welcome back to my channel, Handmade by Ying with Donna. Today I'm going to give you a little tidbit for this Scrappy Sew Along, and my project that I chose for this is the Disappearing 9 patch. So if you've watched all the lead ups to this part, you're going to know that's the project that I'm doing. So what I've done is I've got my block laid out in front of me. It measures 14 by 14, and we're just going to put the cross cut in the center of it. So I've got my handy dandy ruler, got my cutting mat. I'm lined up right now, and the block measures 4.5 by 4.5 where I need to make my cut. So what I'm going to do is 2 1/4 down each side. I'm going to stand up for a second and do this because I don't want to mess my block up. I've came this far. So I've got my Fiskars cutter. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to eyeball where I need it to be. And I'm going to go 2 1/4 in. So I'm lined up here for my 2 1/4. I'm going to follow my line straight down my seam. And this is going to be my first cut. And you just listen for it as it's cutting. Then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I would rather move me than move the mat. So I'm also going to come on this side and do the 2 1/4. And it's perfect every time. So I'm at 2 1/4. And I don't want my ruler to slip when I do this. So that's one block cut. So I'll do one more block with you, and then I'll show you how we're going to lay it out. So I've got another block here ready to go, and I'm just going to lay it down. I've got a hint of an overage here, so I'm just going to square that right up so it doesn't interfere with my block. So like I said, these blocks are 14 by 14. So I'm going to come in. This 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the same as the others. So to center this one out, I'm going to line it here. I don't cut by my mat other than when I'm just trimming in my fabric before I measure with my ruler. So I'm going to come over 1, 2 1/4. You're going to follow your line to make sure that it's straight, because if you've lined all your blocks up to this point, it's going to be right. I'm going to put pressure dead center of my block, and then I'm going to cut it. Then I'm going to come back over here and do the same thing. It's 2 1/4. Make sure your line is here at the top of your block and slide over one line. I'm straight at the bottom and I'm straight at the top. So put your hand down, put your pressure, and then cut your block. Close your rotary cutter to make sure that when you lay it down, you don't snip back in there and you get messed up. So based on the pattern, is where we're at now. I've just did the block. So I'm going to move my ruler. And I keep everything hung with little ones and pooches. You don't want to mess up. So what the directions is telling me to do on my patch is I'm going to take the dark one. I'm going to start left to right. I'm going to lay it down. Then I'm going to flip this one, and it's going to come all the way to the bottom and lay it flat. Then I'm going to take this block, number 3, and turn it up. That's going to give you these 3 together. Then this block you don't have to do anything with other than to put it right back here. So to put this block together, I'm just going to make my sandwich, grab my pen. Like I said, I like things to line up, so I am going to pin it. And that way there's definitely even no confusion when I stack these to put them together later. So I'm just going to flip it over and pin it. You can pin or clip, or if you're comfortable, you don't even need to do that. I just prefer to do it this way. So that's where I'm going to sew those, and I'm going to lay this block out as well while I'm here with you. And no rhyme or reason. We're just going to put our weights. That's how you can tell where your block needs to be. Just like this. This one's going to turn and go this way. Then this one's going to turn and go this way. Make your quilt sandwich. Your pattern. I've chose very different fabric all through mine because mine is going to be scrappy. But I chose colors that my granddaughter's going to like in it when it's finished. So now all you do is flip it over and put it together right there like that. So that's it for today's segment. I'm going to seam them up, press them out, and I'll catch you back in the next video. But for now, you guys have a great day. See ya.